beating at 300 kilometers per hour right now. But
That's awful.
yeah,
Oh
I mean,
no.
not for sure not ideal, but everything's fine now.
Good.
Everything's fine. Everyone's alive, and the show must go on. Jim, to you as well, Jim. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we hear you just fine. Jim,
Perfect.
to our beloved audience, it is a pleasure to have you guys to another episode of the Atlas Brew, number 193. This is wild, and we keep pushing forward no matter what. And today, we have a very special episode for you guys. No way you are trolling me with the sound, Tango Mike. Are you trolling me? Guys, tell me you can hear me. The audience.
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, uh, all good? All good? Okay. So, as you guys know, whenever Brad comes to the brew stage, we are about to see something epic. We are about to see something epic. We will see cool stuff, and we'll be mesmerized with all the new content that he has for us. Today, we are also going to open the floor for you guys to give us ideas and feedback on features related to Project Galia. But first, we have some important announcements and noteworthy news to our audience. And I would like to start today with our council, which is represented by Mr. Emperor here. I'll invite you to the stage.
Hello, hello.
GM Emperor, how you doing, friend?
I'm doing excellent. The weather is getting warmer and it's not -20 anymore. So it's a good day.
That's a victory for sure. That's a
Yes.
victory. So, tell us, Emperor, what the council has been cooking lately. Share with us all the
Yeah.
details.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick recap from the beginning of SAC 3, just so people know what we're up to if you're not reading the boring report. So we made our final payments to the feast. We'll have a report coming. We do plan on re-upping on that because it was pretty successful. We've paid out of the arena participants and approved 2 more. I believe that's with the Super Phoenix DAO. We did set some goals. This is important. There are 2 pips open for voting right now, so I can copy it. So the DAO Casters is currently up for vote, so it's got about 9 days left. Go vote for your favorite DAO caster. And then the Penguin, you do have yours up for vote right now. I don't know if I want to pull that up,
Yeah.
but we're getting decent participation. We don't generally see high participation until the end, but you're doing pretty good on it.
Thank you,
If you want
friend.
to pull that up, yes. But I think the community is excited for that. I'm excited for it too. Got to be as well. That's open for voting right now. Funcrackers PIP for the social media posting has had all of its approvals, just waiting to post it. And this morning, just a few hours ago, Atom, to continue their operations, got approved by Foundation as well. So we will have 2 more PIPs coming up. We're working internally to see when exactly we're going to post those, but most likely, don't hold me to it, but most likely you'll see it within 3 to 7 days, and we'll have 2 more up for vote. We have paid out Artie. He has his Artie hosting service. He's had 2 successful payments, and people are taking advantage of that service. One of the things we chatted about last night was getting a GitHub repository and we actually went ahead and created one of the free ones for that way we're paired if somebody wants the DAO to own some tools. I believe it was somebody on the team was creating something in the background, and he wants the DAO to own it. So we're just setting the groundwork for that stuff to happen. Another thing we chatted about last night was we're reviewing some of the open and ongoing PIPs. We do need to touch base with those folks. We'll chat in depth about it next week to review some of that. Leading in out of that, we are our feet under us. We've had meetings and everyone's kind of settling into their roles. It's kind of difficult to transition from one council to the next. It takes a little while for everyone to kind of get in place and pick up the pieces. One of the challenges was like the Dowcasters. That was, Signal had that as an idea, and then the new council had to pick it up. And when you're trying to learn the new role and pick up something major like that, it gets a little challenging. But we're working through it. We're all getting together. We all get along really well. So it's been a great group so far. Kind of my quick update for everybody.
That's awesome, man. You guys have been cooking. Thank you guys for your work. And we are proud to have you guys working on our behalf as council members. Thank you very much for all your effort.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. And if anyone wants to come to the meetings, I think we might be switching up the time here, but we definitely welcome anybody to come and join in and watch us. And we generally try to leave some time for Q&A, chat with the audience. So
please do, guys. This is super important. I mean, the DAO belongs to the community. So you guys need to be there, need to participate, need to talk to the council, need to forward new PIP ideas. It is of the utmost importance for the community to be present and participating in the DAO activities.
Oh yes, and we do have tickets. Thank you, Jindo. There are tickets for those of you that just want to come get free tickets. I do make you suffer through until about at least halfway through the meeting, so you at least have to stay for a little bit. One of the things I should probably mention too, real quick, is one of the issues we're dealing with is the volatility of Atlas. So like right now, PG has a PIP to create to expand some of his tools that he does, his games and stuff. And it can be challenging to wrestle through that. So like right now, 5% of the ecosystem fund is roughly $2,500. So that is pretty limiting. That is something that we're wrestling with and trudging through, but it's things like that we're dealing with.
Absolutely. It's part of the job to deal with those situations. Yep. I'm sure you guys are going to navigate this well.
We'll do fine.
Awesome.
Well, that's all I had for you. You got more exciting, important things to talk about.
Nah. DAO work is super important. Thank you, Emperor.
Yep.
It was always a pleasure. Feel free to come whenever you want, my friend. Have
Sounds
a good day.
Appreciate it, guys. Yep. See ya.
See ya.
Later.
And now, another one. Very important announcement coming from the Super Phoenix DAO. My friend Yard, are you in the audience, my friend? Let me call you up on stage. GM?
GM.
How are you doing, Yard?
Doing well. I appreciate you guys having us back. It's always good to give the community a few updates when we got some things cooking. So it's great. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. What do you have for us today, my friend?
All right. So Newt, I think I sent you a couple of if you're able to real quick.
Let me see if I can share them.
Yeah, I think some people might, especially the last one there when we get to it, I think people might appreciate getting a look at it. And maybe a couple of the links that go with it. But ultimately, main thing here is just kind of a reminder in general, right? We've got the Super Phoenix Sports is kind of officially coming online here for the community this coming Sunday. So March 1st, we're ready to rock and roll. We've pivoted a little bit to do more of an open, just kind of an open scrimmage for the shooter arena. We've still got everything in place for the racing tournament, which we're going to do. We just had to bump it back a little bit to the 8th, mainly because there's a few more patches that the Star Atlas team is working on right this minute, which is great. We just felt it was really tight to try and get that in and then get our website updated and have everything smooth for Sunday. So instead, we've already been kind of working behind the scenes to make sure that we're good to go, that we get a good stream out and we get some participation this weekend either way. So Star Shooter, we're kind of kicking off, like I said, just a 3-match kind of miniature, qualifier kind of slash scrimmage this Sunday. We have a few different teams, so we want to go with 4-man teams and ideally 4 4-man teams, so we could kind of do a miniature playoff and basically 3 matches in the arena shooter, live stream the whole thing, and still get it out there on the website and let people place wagers if they want to. We had a number of teams that are interested for the shooter already lined up, which we've reached out to, and we're kind of getting those confirmed. But if anyone is interested, anybody who's listening, any of the guilds that have folks that are kind of happy to jump in and put together, a 3 or 4-man team for shooter, certainly reach out to us here in the next day or so, because we'll probably have a little bit of room or we have some flexibility just because of the shuffle up here this weekend. But in any case, we'll be live, we'll be online, and everything will be up and running this weekend. So I would say the big piece there is just to check it out, right? So we're going to be on Twitch, we're going to be on YouTube, both under Super Phoenix Sports. So pretty simple. You just search us, Super Phoenix Sports. We should be kind of right top of the pick there, especially on Twitch is kind of the goal. So I think we'll be good shape. It's going to be Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 2100 UTC. So again, we really just kind of want to get viewers in there, check it out, give us feedback, let us know what's going on. Folks can now go and check out the website as well if they want to. We'll have, like I said, there'll be a couple of updates which we'll put out on the X account here tomorrow and Friday, just about kind of the finalization of teams. But in any case, folks can still go check out the website. It's superphoenixsports.com. Got the landing page ready. We're going to have the bracket system ready, the profile system ready, wallet connect, the whole 9. So we'll be in really good shape there. There's some other fun stuff people can kind of scroll and check out as well. But ultimately, yeah, that's kind of where we're going for this weekend. So the first one is just a reminder for the event on Sunday. If you want to flip to the next one real quick, there we go.
So Njord, I see the chat's asking if they're allowed 2 teams. I think they mean per guild, maybe.
Sure, per guild. Yeah. If there's a guild that can field 2 teams of 4, absolutely, let us know. We're happy to fit that in. Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be great. Like I said, really, we're looking for minimum. But if we get more, if more people want to jump in between now and the next couple of days, we can absolutely do more. That's not a problem.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. As far as prizes, we're still going to do the prize pool. So we've got basically $250 worth of kind of a combination. I think it's going to be Atlas and cash for the teams that jump in and participate. The winning team is going to get that prize pool just for the weekend. And then for folks who are interested in kind of placing a wager, right? Maybe it's your guild, maybe it's your team, and you can jump in there and place a wager for the weekend. Just because of the structure here and that it's a bit truncated, we're going to do it more kind of sweepstakes-like, but ultimately people will still just kind of pick, their winner, right? So if we have kind of 2 qualifying matches and then a playoff match, it'll just ultimately be the team that wins out in kind of that short version. And then of everyone who submits their picks, we'll take the winners and then effectively kind of pick, top 5 winners, and they'll get a breakdown of that $250 cash prize pool. So it's kind of binary with teams here. You just pick winners and losers. So the odds that we get a few people who pick the same brackets is probably possible. And then at that point, we just do kind of, random, kind of like RNG kind of pull to get our top 5. So we'll figure it out either way. But either way, there's a chance to win some cash if you want to just participate. It's $10 to throw in a bracket, and like I said, we're giving out $250 worth of prizes for that, as well as for people who want to jump in and actually play this weekend. So again, superphoenixsports.com. We've broken it down. We're going to have some updates to the website as we go in the next couple of weeks with the racing, and then when we do kind of the really big inaugural kind of full-fledged shooter tournament, which is going to be 8 to 12 teams. That's going to be March 29th. It's going to be kind of the big one. So right now we're just kind of kicking the tires, getting people used to it, getting some good feedback, but we're still going to have some cash prizes out there. And ultimately, like I said, you jump in the website, you connect your wallet, you hit the bracket launch, then you just kind of make your picks. And when you hit submit your bracket, it'll kind of pull up almost like a regular checkout experience where you pay the $10 and everything is locked in on the back end. We're going to have a little bit more up to the graphics and stuff as we go, but it's all functional as of today. We'll just all we have to do is finalize the teams here the next day or so, and then those will be populated in there. So like I said, people can check it out. I probably wouldn't we'll put announcements out on social for when picks are ready. Probably no later than Friday. We'll have to lock it down just so we're on top of it.
Awesome.
Yep. And like I said, we'll be on Twitch and YouTube, Super Phoenix Sports. Please check it out if you can live. That's awesome. That helps us out a ton. We'll be in the chats too, the live chats in both those platforms. And if there's any questions, like if people, I don't know how to join, or maybe I do want to get my team in, or I'm just curious about maybe some of the functionality, just hop in the Discord. That's kind of where we're going to be at for all of the, or if people want to sign up or whatever the case may be. So we'll be in pretty good shape there. All right. You got the last one here?
Yeah,
Newt?
it's up.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of wrap real quick. So the last one here is another. So in addition to what we're kind of doing with the, the tournaments, Super Phoenix Sports, the brackets, we've also been we're kind of working on a few other kind of wider Super Phoenix DAO community related products, right? And some of this stuff is going to weave into hopefully the Zinc ecosystem a little bit down the road. But this one was kind of a big announcement we wanted to put out today because this is usable for the community now. It's ready as of today. So Atlas Pay has been kind of behind the scenes, but Atlas Pay is effectively it's a way for anybody in the ecosystem who has a product that they can use Atlas Pay to collect payments from customers, using Atlas or Polis or USDC or Solana. And eventually we're going to we have it set up so we can plug in Zinc once that's ready to go. So again, and this is open source. So I guess that's the other piece. It's free and it's open source. So if you are any of the folks here in the community that have products or have services or have websites or those kind of things that you're offering out to the Star Atlas community, we would encourage you to check it out and see if Atlas Pay makes sense for you to add as kind of a plugin into your site or your offering. Because like I said, we're putting it out there. There's other ways we're going to connect it to things in the future, but it's absolutely open source and free of charge for the ecosystem. And so the whole idea is that not only do you want to create a payment gateway that's free for people, but also we hope that this provides another kind of use to keep Atlas sort of in the ecosystem, right? Instead of constantly having to cash out to USDC and kind of work on any outside commerce that way. So this way, adding to the legitimacy of kind of the in-game economy, the token functionality, and really adding almost a third-party component to the whole play-to-earn concept, right? Where players are still in game, they're earning Atlas, they're doing their things, but now if they want to participate and maybe purchase a service, from some of the folks who've created some of these amazing tools for things like Sage, or even, we know where there's a big update with HoloSim coming out, and some of these things will be really cool that a lot of the folks who are creating these third parties can use this payment gateway if they want, just to be more kind of inclusive to folks who are in the community who are earning an Atlas, or possibly even Polis, right, if they're staking and that sort of thing. That's really the whole idea. So we're kind of excited about it. I think it helps kind of monetize, digital content that that community creators are doing, and we want to offer maybe a way, even if they're folks who are maybe kind of thinking about something they wanted to offer to the community but just haven't yet. This is one of those tools that maybe gets them there a little quicker, depending on what their thoughts are, or what kind of service they want to provide, to Star Atlas players and those in the community. So hopefully this empowers some of the guilds or some of the other DAOs to kind of get in there and start building stuff, right? Grow the ecosystem a little bit and have a way to lower the barrier to entry, not just for them, but also for their potential, customers and players.
Man,
That's
this is awesome.
slick. Yeah. Do you have a link to the GitHub repo? Could you post it? Or if you want to just send it to me too, I could get it out there.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know, Jim, if that's you. Kind of broken up there. I don't know if it's on my end or not.
Well, I think Jose was trying to talk over me, so I had to insert myself there. No, just kidding. Yeah, I was just basically asking for the link to the repo if you have a GitHub repo. Post it to the community. I'd love to check it out. Oh, can you guys hear me? Am I still breaking up?
Did you hear Jim?
I can't. No, it's really broken
No.
up. So I don't know if that's
He asked
connectivity on my end or not.
Yeah, he asked for the GitHub link if you have it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can pull.
Oh, he died now for me.
Yeah, I think he's breaking up.
I'll never be a new Santi. There's only one and only Santi. So
What it is? I think I sent it over to you. If you want to put it in the chat, feel free.
I'm the cheap AI replacement.
I think
Did you send me Njord?
yeah, I think it was in my message yesterday. The link I can send.
I can probably find it.
Let's see.
Here, the link that you sent me of Atlas page. It's on the chat right
Perfect.
now.
Perfect.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, Njord. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. It's doubles in the chat for the Super Phoenix DAO and Njord. Those guys are working hard for our ecosystem. They are doing Iris work, helping spread the holy gospel of Star Atlas, and we'll do everything we can to share our support. I'll ask our mods to also announce this during the event day, so we can bring the most visibility to our friends of the Super Phoenix DAO. Thank you, Njord.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, there's more to come. I think once Zinc goes live as well, but we'll save that for another day. So, yeah, hopefully this is a good one and people can check it out and it can benefit some of the projects. Yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. So, I think those were all the announcements that we had for today. And as the last thing before we unleash Brad into the audience, I'll have Jim provide us with some updates on the C4 and Zinc front. Jim, if you can talk a little bit on those.
Yeah, absolutely. So, on the Zinc front, we had made a change to allow that basically as Sage transactions are happening, what it was doing instead of immediately awarding ZXP, it was just accumulating those and then doing a nightly batch, using a bit of a different econ algorithm with the attempt to award players basically less ZXP for less productive gameplay and more ZXP for more productive gameplay. And after running that for a couple days in production, despite the testing that had been done in staging environment, it was determined that the algorithm wasn't quite doing what we wanted to do. So we ended up rolling that back Sunday night. So now the Sage ZXP is acting how it does. It did before that update. We're just as a company, just kind of swamped on C4 and Holosim. I know that from a Zinc perspective, I'm been very, very, very actively working on making it so that your Holosim Battle Pass will, if you have a Zinc monthly subscription, you will get the Holosim Battle Pass included in that. The other piece that I think we've talked about is in the next version of Holosim, there's these achievements. And so in Holosim, you won't get ZXP for just any actions in Holosim. In Holosim, because we saw this happening kind of during the first phase, people were creating fleets and they were literally just subwarping fleets back and forth to try to farm the little bit of ZXP that would give. And that was great for testing our backend systems, testing the Zinc Atlas net, testing the load on all of that. But in the end, that's not really what we want to award people. What we want to reward people is people playing the game. And so for Holosim, at least for the next chapter, it's the achievements that you achieve. That will get ZXP. And then the other thing too that we're working on is just like with the Epic Games in Zinc, when you link your Epic Games account, there's now an actual really nice workflow to link your Holosim account, your Holosim player to your Zinc profile, so that it's not like this copy and paste and doing all these back and forth. So that's kind of the main work that's been going on in Zinc. The other piece that again, that's been a mass majority of my working the time that I have to work on Zinc has been on that. I am also almost finished with this with the Sage linking, which will follow that same Epic Games Holosim, where you can literally click on a button, it will find your Sage profile that will allow you to link them. I've been making progress on that, but again, that's with the hard deadline of Holosim coming up here. I really needed to focus on the Holosim integration and getting that fully working and fully end-to-end tested. So that's what's going on in the Zinc front. Kudos to Ryan and Michael Kane and Xcode, who have all been helping with that as well. And Holosim is looking really, really good in my humble opinion. And then on the C4 front, we have basically done a half a week of internal testing. Every single blockchain game system has now been fully working, has been fully not tested, but people have been playing, and stuff like destroying crafting habs and destroying star bases and them respawning and all of that, just all of the edge cases have been flushed out and are working. So we're going to do another round of internal testing over the next week that will really be focused on UX polish and bug fixes. And then we're going to make a determine after a week of internal testing when we want to try to do PTR. So I don't have a date for PTR, but like I said, we're really close. We just need to kind of play it a bunch more internally, work through. I mean, it's such a complex game now. There's so many things that can be done. There's just a lot to kind of go through there. So that's kind of the C4 update. The other thing too, from a Zinc, because I always think about Zinc as the dashboard, but I don't really think about Zinc as the blockchain as well. So I apologize about that. But Zinc from a blockchain perspective, we've basically updated the testnet so that again C4 is all running on the Zinc testnet. So we've upgraded the testnet to all of the most recent Agave changes. We're running the most recent version of that stuff. C4 is actually running on it. And the other thing that we're able to do internally is a full end-to-end bridge. We're able to lock tokens on the Solana blockchain and then bridge them to the Zinc blockchain internally in testing. Now that hasn't been audited and it's not ready to go to audit yet, but we have that fully working now. I've seen it with my own eyes. So that's kind of the development snapshot of the week. So
Yeah,
The community has a few questions here. Let me fetch them.
Sure.
Let's see. I agree. Asked, Jim, is the rank on the Zinc main page the same as your level, or they are two separate things?
So yeah, so did you say the multi-pass or the rank? I'm sorry, I didn't
He
quite get
asked.
you.
He asked the rank on the Zinc main page is the same as your level, or they are two separate things. Like I
So
think.
so yeah. No, that's perfect. So there's actually two reward systems inside of Zinc. There's a level, which is an airdrop season. So right now we're in the origin season, and you have a level, and that's what our leaderboards are tied to. And that's going to be kind of like the primary airdrop for the Zinc token itself, right? Um, and so and other maybe kind of primary airdrops, and that level is different from. Then there's this extra reward system, so that's kind of the base reward system. You can be part of that reward system without a Zinc subscription. You just sign up to Zinc, you participate in the Star Atlas stuff, and like playing Gala, which we're going to see here later, right? Like participate in that, and you get the ZXP that then you'll get airdropped Zinc in the future. And that resets with every season. So we did an alpha season, we're doing an origin season, we're going to have the next season. There's going to be these seasons, right? And that allows new people to get in to be more active. That's the first and primary reward system. The secondary reward system, I'm sorry, this is such a detailed answer, but it's complex. The second reward system, you have to have a subscription for, and it gives you this multi-pass rewards. And then those are based on rank. And you get that rank as you have a subscription and you're doing things. It will earn that rank. And I know there's a UI bug, so if you cancel your subscription and you've already earned your rank, that rank is earned. You've locked it in. You'll get those airdrops. But that's a secondary airdrop reward system where we're going to be airdropping things that are in Sage. We're going to be airdropping R4 and ship components and things like that. So that's a secondary reward to the main there. So they're different. So you might be level 50 and rank 12. And it means you're going to get whatever airdrop rewards a level 50 gets, and then you'll get a rank drop rewards of whatever rank 12 is. Clear?
Yeah.
That answer that question?
Yes, for sure, my friend. And the second question, which Jindo and Larry Noor are asking, is the Zinc subscription going to be actively working for giving the Holocene BP on Holocene Chapter 2 release, or you need to wait?
No,
Like, will
so
the
the Zinc subscription should cover your battle pass on day one from the next for chapter 2. That's what, if you see me distracted looking at another monitor, that's what I'm actively working on. Yeah. So yeah.
awesome, 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 guys?
Yeah.
I think that covers pretty much uh, all the questions here. Because I want to jump into Project Galia. I know Brad is impatiently watching his moment to unleash his content. Yes, exactly. So, last question, Bohemian asked, when Holocene? We are really close to nailing that down, Bohemian. The team has been adding some crazy stuff that we managed to do with our extra week of work. We are we are super close. Like, the testers have seen the progress that we have made. The game is it's really close. I won't give a date because Xcode will appear here and come beat my ass if I do this. But it is super close. So steady. We'll announce it pretty soon. Now, Brad, the myth, the legend, the magic puncher. Tell us what you got, my friend.
Right on. I got a couple things today. One of them no one knows about. One of them we kind of hinted, or we talked about it in the sneak peek last week, which is planetary navigation for AI, which is kind of a big deal for us. So excited to jump in. I'm going to share my screen if that's okay with you guys.
People were mocking you, Brad, saying that you were unable to share your screen.
Ha!
Show them.
Ha!
No way. It's not working. Oh, it's
Oh,
We
yes,
got
it
it.
is.
I'm seeing it.
Let's go.
Right on. So I'm here in Galia. I'm going to spawn a ship. So there's a new area, new activity. So if I open my locations tab, which has been kind of revamped, if you haven't seen it, now it's organized hierarchically. So Marevia and Portia is its moon, and then there's this mining hotspot. So that's where we're going to go today. So the idea for this place is to be a location where you can bounty hunt. You can also mine there, right? It is also a mining spot, but there's lots of pirate activity, and so I'll show you. There's going to be some. As soon as I arrive, there should be some. Oops, arm taps.
I can't see that yet. The screen's still loading for me. You guys can see it?
Oh, it was loading. It was, but it looks like it got stuck on them. I'm seeing it
Mm,
almost get to the mining hotspot.
Okay.
sorry.
Did you close it? Okay.
Is that better?
All right.
Oh, it is
I see.
better.
Yeah, I
Yes.
see an asteroid field.
Let's go.
So in an asteroid field, there's this arm tap, and it's mining this asteroid. And there should be two of them. There's another one mining over there. But after a little bit, then we're going to have some company here. Some Jorvik that want a little piece of the pie.
It's slowing down again, Brad.
Oh, is
Maybe
it?
it's the asteroid field that's super heavy, maybe.
Well, no, my frame rate's fine.
It's Discord then. We hate you, Discord.
Discord. Can you see it all? It's just slow.
It's
Is.
blocked up for me again. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Some
dang
people
it.
can see it fine, I guess.
I'm gonna try turning off my camera just so maybe that'll help.
Yeah, let's see if it helps. This actually helped.
Cool. Yeah, so you got these pirates that show up, and they're scanning the miner, deciding if the juice is worth the squeeze. And then if they decide that it's got something that they want, then they will open fire.
Man, this is so cool.
All right, so this guy's under attack, and this distress call pops up, which is handy. Now there's two of them to defend right now. I don't know. And so I can target one of these guys and try not to die. We recently redid the AI for ships, and they're like way harder. So I may very well die here. Okay, I got him.
The community is asking, is Brad helping the pirates?
No, I'm not.
Come on, Funcracker.
And so I should have gotten a kill confirmation for that guy. And so, as you know, you have to turn these in. So it's kind of a risk reward. Do I keep racking them up? Because if I die, I lose those. So you have to make the call. Am I get yeah. Yeah, if you're really into space combat, you can come here and just grind bounties. and try and save these poor miners.
Man, look at the X5, such a beast.
It is. You got to get them on the first pass. There we go. Nice. Oof. Guy's a ways away. And like I said, of course, you could mine if you wanted to. I want to make it where this isn't in yet, but I want to make it where they'll scan the player, and attack the player if the player has anything that they think is worth the risk.
This is super cool. So now, Brad, this specific region will have those side quests happening often. That's the general idea.
Yeah, you can come here like at any time. You don't need a mission for it or anything. It'll just always be here. Ouch. Solid hits there. Cool. So yeah, I've got a good bit of bounties there. I might head back now and turn those in. So yeah, that's it's in right now. I mean, it'll be in the next patch.
Nice, super cool.
Probably needs a little polish still, but yeah, I've been getting into behavior trees. So like I said, I redid the from scratch. We never had an actual behavior tree for combat ships. So they have a tree now, and like these miners have a tree, and then the pirates have behavior trees. So they're like making decisions based on different criteria and stuff. So yeah, it's been fun to learn. I've never really gotten deep into that before, but I'm enjoying that.
This is super cool. And I'm not sure I told you this, Brad, but I'm working on adding like a lore layer to C4 right now. And one of the systems that I am adding right now is Merivia. So you'll be able to see everything that's going on in Merivia in C4 as well. It's going to be super cool.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys is our planetary navigation for AI. I'm going to come to this map. So
Big one.
a little background. Oh, turn down our speed. When you're moving in space, you have to crank up the speed, and then you come to like a normal level, and you're going way too fast. So a little background, real quick. So Unreal has an AI navigation system, but it is inherently 2D. It assumes that the world is always going to be flat, like that Z is always going to be up. And so the second you try and do something on a planet where up isn't always up, so to speak, it doesn't work at all. And so and that's the reason why we've had to do all these workarounds where, like right now, we have a couple locations on planets where you enter an airlock and you go, quote unquote, underground. But what's really happening is you're teleporting to like another level that is flat, that is Z up, right? So the entrance is on the side of the planet, but once you go in, you're rotated, and that's why navigation works. That's why we can have enemies in those kinds of levels. We're kind of cheating, right? It's a workaround. But now we can have guys on the surface of planets. So as you can see, this is a planet, and this is the bot battle level, and it's completely sideways. And you'll see it's not perfect. There's like a couple little weird things sometimes. Takes them a second. They'll start moving. One thing we haven't fixed, you'll see, is the corpses don't have the gravity direction yet, which is pretty awesome. I should fix
It's
it,
so cool. Yeah, you
but
should make this channel.
I don't really want to. I kind of want to leave it like that.
Yeah, leave it like that. That's so
hilarious.
funny. Look at that.
Where'd it go?
Fly,
Yeah.
little corpses. Go find the cosmic currents.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, see, he kind of walked up on that a little bit. Like there's a few little things that are still weird, but
No,
See,
no
it's not
way you're
supposed to
getting
do
your. Jesus.
yeah, there's a couple little weird things still, but oh, and there I go.
No way you got wrecked by the bot, Brad. This is awesome. Not gonna lie, maybe it's better to leave it that way, Brad.
Right.
But jokes aside, this opens the door to many, many, many cool stuff. Like we can add animals, we can populate worlds, we can add random events inside the planets. All of these become something within the realm of possibilities now, right, Brad?
Yeah. Yeah, I should stop playing because I can't talk and play at the same time. Yeah, so the first kind of iteration of this that you'll see in game is going to be kind of like this, where we want to have surface outposts that have been taken over by Jorvik, and you'll take a bounty mission. I mean, I suppose you could just go there, but get more money if you take a bounty mission first and you go clear it out, and maybe there's a boss at the end with a Gatling gun or a rocket launcher or something. And we want to have combat like outside and inside, kind of like this, where there's outside and inside, and just go wreck shop. And then because the bounty missions right now are just space combat, right? Dogfighting bounty missions. So we want to have on foot bounty missions. And so we're planning on having 4 or 5 outposts kind of scattered across the system to start. You can go and take care of. But then after that, we want to get into creatures.
Oh, let's go. I want to talk about creatures. Creatures are super cool.
So I'm going to show you guys. So this is a creature that I got from Fab, from the marketplace. I just happened to have it in my library, and I needed something to prototype with. So we could use it. We may or may not use it. Gamers sometimes are not very friendly about people using marketplace assets. And there's pros and cons to it. But so that is just to say this creature may or may not actually make it into the game. I'm just using it to prototype, but it's kind of fun. All right, I need more firepower.
It's lagging for some people, Brad.
Oh yeah. Dang it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Discord, man. Like I'm seeing it finally fully.
Freaking Discord.
There we go. Now you got a gun.
There we go. Yeah.
Now you got a gun.
Sheesh.
Now they're falling like flies. Oh, thank goodness you got hollow. You got things like you can fly. Are you just gonna oh God.
Jesus. Brad has no mercy.
Oh,
No mercy.
headshot.
Hey, guys gotta eat.
Not the deers.
It's really interesting that you talked about, about assets, games. It's interesting because I look at like games like Falling Skies and, one developer, being able to build a pretty epic game. And I was listening to him talk on a podcast about it's exactly what he does. He buys these marketplace assets and then he has a 3D artist that he hires to kind of modify it a little bit, like change the textures and maybe change the shape a little bit. But by doing that, he's been able to really create a lot more content significantly
Mm.
faster. And I know that's something I've talked about internally with our dev team, in how we could get things, just get more content out there faster. So it would be
Yeah.
interesting to kind of hear what our community thinks. I think one of the big selling points of the Star Atlas has been, Danny's artistic vision. When you look at everything that's been built by Star Atlas from a 3D modeling and environment perspective, it's just such high quality. So
Yeah. There's pros and cons, and like for a team our size, it's a pretty small team, and so I think it's not unreasonable to use. And again, it kind of depends on the asset. Like we use assets for like trees and stuff because who's going to be able to tell if your tree is from a tree's a tree, but something as unique as a character. I understand why we artistic control over that. But yeah, so this we thought this problem would be a lot harder to solve. Star Citizen had, if you've been following that, they did the same thing initially, where the only place where you could do gunplay against AI was in these. You take this elevator down, and you fight guys down there, and they did the same trick we did, where when you go down the elevator, now you're in a different level that's oriented Z up, and so navigation is easier. And it took them years. It took them like 5 years to get like actual planetary navigation. So I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, and so we never really put much thought into what we would do if we had it. And so now we have it. It's like, well, how do we actually, what's the game design for actually populating the world with creatures? And so we've kind of been having an internal discussion about that. And then the other tricky thing is, like, at the moment, the Unreal team is pretty small, and we don't have like a lot of resources to go full development into creatures and creature animation and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
trying to figure out workarounds. And
I see a lot of people in the chat saying that, asking you to tell the community what assets we need, monsters and such, and let the people create. Oh, Brad's gone.
yeah,
And he's gone.
he's gone. I was actually watching that chat. It's a great suggestion, especially Dindo. And it would be also really interesting. We got Brad back. We'll let him do that.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of interesting if we did something where we created kind of like our own little like marketplace bidding thing where we could say, hey, we need this kind of creature. Here's the description, and then we use the Atlas Pay from Super Phoenix DAO and give people a little commission in Atlas for building it. So. That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, Brad, not sure if you were here, but a lot of community members saying that they are 3D artists or they like to work on those stuff, and they would be more than happy to chime in and try to create some stuff for Star Atlas.
Yeah, I think we'd be open to that. Like you mentioned, Danny he was an art director before he came over as a game director, and he's got a really good eye for art and stuff. And that's why all of our ships and characters are so great. But yeah, if I don't want to like speak out of turn or anything. Like, I'm just spitballing. I don't take this as gospel, but if I don't know if anyone out there is a like a what do you call that? Like a 2D artist, right? The concept artist, that's the word. Concept artist, come up with some concepts, and then maybe we'd hand it off to someone else. Well, we'd want to get that approved first, and and also we want to make sure that the gameplay has a hand in it too, because another thing we've been wrestling with from a game design standpoint is as you saw these creatures right here that are melee creatures, and they're pretty fast, but I've got jetties, and so I could just fly away at any moment. And so that's another game design challenge. How do you challenge as a creature? If they're range creatures, they can shoot stuff, right? That's cool. But if it's some kind of melee creature, how do you make a melee creature dangerous to a player that has jetties, right? And so, I mean, there's a couple things we've been thinking about, but so for game design is going to have a say in creature design, because it needs to be specific. How is this creature going to challenge the players? So a lot of
Don't
moving
worry, Brad.
pieces.
We'll get that. The one thing that I'm most excited about all of this is that we can finally populate the planets, add loot tables, and create crafting recipes using body parts of monsters that have different drop rate percentages. I think this opens a huge door for us, like enormous. It makes the game. It becomes a gameplay loop by itself and a super interesting and attractive one at this,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Hunting. It's interesting actually. When I first came on, the original design for Star Atlas was broken into seasons, and season one was going to be racing, and then season two was going to be big game hunting. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And the way the seasons were broken up was going to be to develop certain features. So the racing season was going to develop our flight model, and then big game hunting season was going to develop our gunplay. We ended up going a different direction and doing multiplayer shooter to develop our gunplay. But I always thought that was a cool concept, kind of like, not quite Monster Hunter, but there's some real tough monsters out there that you gotta hunt. Um, and yeah, Danny references Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot in reference to hunting, which I am ashamed to say I actually haven't played yet. Red Dead Redemption 2, but I wish listed it this week because Danny's always talking about it. But if you've played that, that's kind of Danny's vision for hunting. It's like that, whatever that is. I don't know.
Hmm, that's interesting. Guys, any last questions for Brad or Jim before we close? I see lots of people chatting.
Yeah, there could be mechanical monsters, sure.
We have many of those actually. There is a whole sector of fox, steampunk based creatures in Star Atlas. Make big monsters in PvE or Star Atlas, like spatial dragons. I like where you're going,
Mhm.
Tendian.
Yeah, and an easy one that we could already implement is some kind of EMP, because our shockwave weapons already do that. If you get hit with shockwave, your jetty is disabled for a time.
See?
And so you could have
See?
a monster that does like an EMP and it disables your jetty for 10 seconds or whatever.
That's that's my AAA game designer. All right. I don't think we have any other last questions. Brad, Jim, this was awesome. I always love seeing what you are cooking, Brad, and you never disappointed me. So thank you for coming to the brew and sharing your updates. We are really looking forward to the next steps of monster hunting, new quests, directional dungeons, and fight. Brad, look at that GIF, man. I am going to add to my
Yeah,
favorite.
I love it. Love it.
That's awesome. Doubles in the
I love
chat
it.
for Brad and Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the
Let's
Super Phoenix
go.
Tau people that came on, thank you guys a ton.
Absolutely. That's super cool. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to the brew once more. Get ready to play Holocene. We'll be announcing it soon. And wait for a little bit more because Brad is cooking and manifesting a lot of cool stuff for Project Galia as well. Thank you, everyone in the audience. We'll see each other this Friday for the Galia Gaming Night. Bye bye, everyone. Have a nice week. See ya.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Later.